Hello, friend. You're welcome once again to this channel. This is your channel, the 360 degrees counselors channel. We've been talking in this series about the principles of success, and these are powerful, proven, and potent principles that help students to get into the exam hall, leave the exam hall smiling, where other students go into the exam hall and they come out complaining that what they read disappeared from their memory. The principles of success that we've been considering in this series would actually help you and enable you to come out of the exam hall very, very excited, because it will have enabled you to handle your exams very effectively and come out with the hope of celebrating your success when your result is eventually released. Now, you will not forget that in this series, we have talked about practicing active recall. And this is the principle that helps you to transfer what is written in the book into your own memory. Remember, we have also talked about principle number 2, that is practicing spaced repetition. That is a process where you schedule your reading as a student. From time to time, you go over the concepts in a periodic and well-scheduled manner. Remember, we have also discussed principle number 3, which has to do with make your learning visual. That is, you make what you're learning very, very practical. You visualize what you're learning. You make what you're learning very, very visual, very, very clear, through visual means. Remember, we talked about the principle of success number 4, which talks about teaching someone else what you have learned. Teaching others makes you to know it twice better than you would have known it at the point of your initial reading. Remember, we also, in principle 5, told you that you should link what you read to life scenarios, And in this principle number 6, we are talking about you taking your notes and summarizing the notes. You could do this in different ways. On a number of occasions, students read without a jotter by their side. This is not a proper way of reading, because you see, as a student, when you read, you should be able to translate or transfer whatever the author has written in the note into your own words. You should be able to translate what you have read into your own words. These are the things that will help you to remember faster when you get into the exam hall. And so for you to do that, one of the best way is to practice this principle of success number 6, which emphasizes that you should summarize whatever you have studied. Yes, there are laws, there are principles. When this comes up in your exam or in your summarizing, you must state the laws depending on the subject you are studying. Say physics, for instance, you must still state your Hooke's law the way it has been stated. You must still state your Ohm's law the way it has been stated in your basic science or in your physics. You must still state the Avogadro's law the way it was stated in the chemistry. You must still state all the laws the way they are stated in your various subjects, in accounting, in economics. However, you must summarize all that you have read in a jotter, in a note. This way, your ability to recall is strengthened. This way, you will be able to transfer what you're learning from short-term memory to your long-term memory. This is one of the greatest and the best practices to enable you to remember what you have read in preparation for your exams. And in so doing, when you have summarized and you get to the exam hall, your brain quickly remembers what you summarized, what you wrote down when you were studying. And of course, from there, your brain is able to connect to every other component of what you have studied. So there, dear friend, it is very important that you take notes, you underline important sentences, important concepts in your textbook. Some people use a marker to mark the important areas. Some even make short notes beside the chapter or the paragraph that they are reading that make a lot of sense, that makes a lot of sense to them. And so they are able to recall very quickly what those points are emphasizing. This is principle of success number 6. Take notes, summarize what you are reading. This way, your study becomes permanent in your memory. Friend, let's meet in the next principle of success, which will be number 7. You'll be amazed at the revelation of what we are going to discuss in the next principle of success. See you there. Bye for now.